What's going on, guys? Britta here, back with Free Code Camp, and we're working on our survey form project for the certification. And we've gotten almost everything done. Let's go ahead and run it again. Let me hit save. Okay. Every radio button group should have at least 2 radio buttons. That is confusing me here because I think what I have I think that this needs to be inside of field set. I don't know if that's right. Let's see if that checks off this. No. Input type. Every radio button should have at least 2 radio buttons. Every group should have 2 buttons. So that's inside of a field set. It's inside of a field set. Field set. Let me make this look better. Label 4 and then slash field set. I think that might have done it. Let's see. No. Why? It has 2 radio buttons. Yes and a no. Right? All your checkboxes inside survey form should have a value attribute. So, what was I gonna do for the checkbox? Let me take a peek here. Field set, and then to do every radio, but I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here. All your checkboxes should have a value attribute and value. So this is checkbox value 1, value 2, checkbox and let's see our oops. Let's open this for a second. So we got the drop down box. What would you like to see improved? So I think we're gonna say for that, should it be a paragraph? No. Placeholder into, okay, checkbox here. So value 1, value 2. Let's go up here and see if this gives us any more information. Did I do that properly? Yes. Inside the form element, you are presented with a button with ID of submit to submit all the inputs. We did that. Text area, you can select several fields from a series of checkbox, each which must have a value attribute, which we have. Inside the form element, you can select an option from a group of at least 2 radio buttons that are grouped using the name attribute. Oh, okay. So, radio. Label for yes. Name equals recommend. We'll do that and see if that works. Label name equals recommend. And let's see if that makes it so it's in the group of 2, because they're both named the same thing. So it did the check boxes, but it didn't do this. I don't understand that. Well, what is happening here? Label name recommend for yes. And it's still letting me select both of those, and I don't remember how to stop it. Let's see here. Let's add another, I guess let's add another one. Label name equals recommend for equals maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. Maybe. Input name equals maybe. Type equals radio. Value equals maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, now we have 3. So let's see if that did it. Should have at least 2 radio buttons. Every radio button group. Let me look up something real quick, guys. Radio button group. Input type. Do I have input type? Input type radio. Defines a radio button. See if I can find something to help us out here. Input type radio. Maybe we need to have input and have type first. I don't think that should make a difference, but let's delete this here. Copy this and put it first at input. Input and input. And then delete this. I really don't think that that should matter. Input type radio. Delete this type radio. But let's see. Maybe it does. Every radio button group should have at least 2 radio buttons. And I have 3. Let's see. Would you recommend? Yes, no, maybe so. All right. So that has 3. Field set. Let's see if this works. Input type, radio, label for let's see if that works. I don't know if that's let me just delete this whole thing. Let me finish out this. I thought I was going to finish this in 2 videos, but I'm having issues with this radio button. So let me finish the checkboxes here. Input type checkbox value 1. So let's look at what do we want those to be? What do we want those to be? Enter your suggestions here. That's the text box there. The submit button. Input type checkbox value 1. And then do label for we'll say what are we going to call this? What we're going to say though is, what would you like to see more of? No, that's not right. I don't know how I do this because okay, so this should be free code camp. I'm just gonna do FCC. Input type checkbox. Label 4. We need to close the label tag. And then we got free code camp. The second one, we're gonna have label 4 top, which is gonna be the Odin project. Input type checkbox value 2. And field set okay, that puts those like that. Field set ID checkbox, maybe check boxes. And what else are we gonna put here? Label for Code Code Academy input type equals checkbox, value equals 3, label. So we got Free Code Camp, the Odin project, Code Academy, label 4 equals Kadi. We did some Kadi on here. For I think that title form ID, and this needs to be put inside of a field set, and then name, email. I'm gonna actually cut this off and put this there. Let's run that. Okay. The radio buttons have to be a descendant of survey form, so I think I can only have one field set here. So this is gonna have to go and do let's see if that gives us back all of our checkboxes. I might be just messing stuff up. Oh wait, no, this is off because I took off the radio buttons, dummy. Okay, so you should have at least 2 input elements with type radio buttons. So all that's left here is the radio buttons. Our checkboxes are complete. It's just the radio buttons that are a problem. But this does not look very good at all. So let's see what we can do here. Let me get rid of this real quick. Do body. We're going to change the body width to 100%. I'm going to actually make this smaller, make that bigger. Let's make this smaller right now. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Background color purple. Color white. Font family Arial. We'll use Tahoma. Font size. Okay. That's for the body. Now, form. Okay, that made it a lot smaller. Max width 500 pixels. Min width 300 pixels. Margin 0. I don't like this color. Let's see if plum is a color. Ooh, it's too light. Let's just do black for now. That looks awful. I'm gonna find RGB color picker. So let's see if I can't find a color that I like better here. So we're gonna use this background color. Yeah, that's better. All right, and then let's try this color for the text. It might be too much. Yep, too much. Let's just do white. Okay. Now we want the labels display block. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Take away that border. I don't know if none, I guess. Maybe now we can use that color. Yeah, I like that. Starting to look better. Body form. Each one. I want that to be margin. That in the center. We also want the paragraph to be in the center. This is too big. That looks better. I don't have anything here. All right, let's take that off now and go back to the HTML here. So survey form. We also need a title up here. It didn't ask us for one, but we're gonna do that's wrong. Title. Okay. T ID description. Thank you for taking the time to help me improve my content. Alright, and then form ID, field set, label ID name equals label. So this is input name, input email, input age. Should this be its own field set here? Field set. Yes. And then select ID, drop down. We'll make this its own field set. This needs to be closed. And then current role, name, email, age, current role, free code camp. Okay, so now I need label for free code camp, type input. So then we're gonna need to do a field set here, and to end the field set here. Label. Let's see if this does what I want it to do. What would you like to see more of? Alright, and our radio buttons, I guess we can just go ahead and do the radio buttons at the end. Enter suggestions here. We'll do it before the suggestion things. Run the tests. You should have at least 2 input elements with a type of radio button. So let's make this a separate field set. Alright, and then we're going to do input type radio. Input type radio. I only want 2, so let's leave it like that. Let's run this. Alright, so now we got 2. Alright, and somehow it checked this off this time, and maybe it's because it wasn't a field set before. At this point, I can't remember. So all of your radio buttons should have a value. This is going to be 1. And a value. So yes and value no. Still letting me click them both, so label for and a name attribute. All your radio buttons should have a name, attribute, and value. So input type radio, value yes, name equals recommend. Is that right? Label for radio button. Label for yes button. And this will be yes. Alright, and then label type radio value no. Name equals recommend no. And we need to start this with a label. Label 4 equals no button. I don't have anything else. I'm just going to make this yes and no. Something's not right here because I don't have another button. Label for yes. Input type. Something's not right here. Input type, radio value no. Recommend. It's closed. No. Slash label. Label for yes. Okay, let's see if that worked. Okay, alright guys, as you can see, we have completed this. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I'm gonna go ahead and save my code. And I don't know if it'll be in another episode or not. But I'm gonna make this look prettier because it does not look pretty right now, but we're over our time limit. But I want to know if you guys have completed this project. Let me know in the comments if you have, and I want to thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.